I am standing here with Larry and Axel, and we are in front of a beautiful two-tone classic Mercedes car. Can you please tell me what is this car and anything else people might be curious about?
It's a 1954 300B. What's interesting, it's old. The unique color combination, you don't see it often, but just wonderfully restored. So, and pretty interesting car to drive.
Now, you said your brother knows more about this car. Have you driven the car?
I drove it here, yeah.
And who are the owners?
Martin Richenhagen, CEO of AGCO.
And what did you think of the handling of this classic Mercedes?
She's heavy and a lot of work. There's no power steering, no air conditioning. So, and the brakes are, four-wheel drum brakes, so they don't stop on a dime like modern cars, but a lot of fun to drive still.
So, what kind of driving would you think this would be suited for today?
Probably weddings and special occasion type of thing. It's definitely not a daily driver.
Do people wave at you when you go down the road?
Oh yeah, it gets a lot of attention.
Do people want to know who's inside the car?
Well, they do look, and I have to roll the window down, and they always want to know how old it is.
How old is it again? Tell everyone.
It's 1954.
Okay. Wow, it is a classic. Now, you guys came here with several other cars, several other Mercedes. Could you tell us what they are?
We have a 71 280 SL, and we have a 1970 280 SE, and a 61 190 SL.
Okay. Now, are these all part of your collections?
Yes, except for this one. So.
Okay, right. Except for now, how did you guys get into collecting Mercedes?
We're actually a service facility. We've been servicing Mercedes since 1967, MBS Motors, and my father started the business back in the day, and we've just serviced them, and we've seen them when they were rolling off the showroom floors, and so we've just been around them all of our lives.
We grew up in it.
Yeah.
We grew up in this world, so.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. So, could you tell us again, what is the name of the place, your service center? What is it called again?
It's MBS Motors, stands for Mercedes-Benz Specialist, and that's all that we do.
Okay.
It's in Duluth.
Okay, Duluth, Georgia. You guys have a website, I assume?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
www.mbsmotors.com.
Oh, great, because I am sure people who watch this are going to want to know where they can take their Mercedes to somebody that with the kind of experience you two have. In speaking with everyone who is an owner of a classic Mercedes today, I was astonished by the reliability of these cars. What do you think of them compared with other vehicles of a similar type?
They've stood the test of time. I'd say reliability, if you take care of them, yes. It's just now, in order to really go through them and do them right, it does cost a lot of money to get the brakes right, and you do have to drive them. You can't park them and let them sit for a year and then expect them to be reliable. You have to put miles on them, you have to maintain them and keep them up.
So the old, you lose it, or if you don't use it, you lose it?
Very, very true in this case, yes.
So do you guys like to do anything in particular when you take out one of your beautiful convertibles or your other sedan?
Usually the only time we take them out is just to exercise them and make sure they're not seizing up on us, and it's always a lot of work. I mean, even getting 4 cars to an event like this, of this age and vintage, a lot of effort. And a little bit of risk involved, but so far it's been flawless.
I've been curious. Some of these cars were built, during a time when we had leaded gasoline. Do you find any gasoline incompatibility problems?
No, I'd say the biggest thing we have issue with gasoline is just that it sours. If you leave it in the tank and you do not, again, if you don't use it, you lose it. The fuels will sour, and it causes all sorts of various different issues. But as far as compatibility, it's pretty clean fuels. It seems to be doing okay.
So you're around Mercedes all day long, and a lot of people who work in a business kind of feel like, oh gosh, I just want to get away from that thing. I don't want to be around it all day and all night and in my spare time. What about Mercedes has made you decide, I like collecting them, I like working on them, I'd like to spend my time around other Mercedes owners. What is it about Mercedes?
I would say knowing the cars. We've seen a lot of different cars out there, and just knowing them from their origins from back in the 40s and 50s. And we do have a 1935 in our showroom as well, and another 50. But just knowing their origins and the quality of the cars, the safety of the cars, wouldn't want to be in any other vehicle. I know there are other safe cars out there, but it's in our blood. It's all that we've really known, and we do service newer ones up to the factory warranty. So we kind of do the whole spectrum, and it's kind of what we enjoy. And I couldn't see myself in any other car.
Yeah.
So
wow, you guys have an incredible history here that you were able to take part in with your father and with your own place. That's really amazing. Is there anything you'd like to tell people about Mercedes or recommend to them if they are going to get into collecting Mercedes?
If you're going to collect an old one, buy the most expensive one you can get,
Now, why is that?
because it's real expensive to bring one up from a low condition. So you just try to buy one that somebody else has already made that, or that has never been worn out, basically. Your money's best spent on the front end of it when you buy a collectible car. You want it to be instantly drivable. Don't make a big project out of it.
So no big projects is a good.
start out with a good one, and then you can improve from there.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.
We definitely will. Thank you very much.
Thanks.